I must have stopped it. Let's hopefully the fuck this works, eh? Because what happened? Well, I'm paying hundreds, thousands of dollars in tutoring, and look, the tutoring is amazing. The way he teaches it is like the only time I know what I'm doing is yes. My therapist puts her hand up to interrupt me because I talk too much.
Step 1.
Yeah.
What came out of your foot?
I'll show you the photo after.
I didn't send me the photo.
I did. We don't know. Apparently, so I got a message today saying you need to accept the bulk billing, and I clicked on it because I'd already gone through all this, and it was like $156. So I immediately called the clinic, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I've already paid $150 cash.
Could be your mental health care plan.
No, apparently it's something to do with the results. So I've been told that it looks like the results have finally got back today. Now, mind you, they were sent Monday the 27th, so we're now talking a week and a half.
Yeah.
I called on the Friday, and even the nurse and the doctor were like, yeah, we don't know why it's taking so long. And I said to the person I spoke to today, I was like, I'm not understanding how you could charge me $150 for a procedure, which is exactly what is written on this bulk billing thing, when I've already paid for it. I'm like, so if he's bulk billing me it, wouldn't I get the refund back? I'm so confused, eh? And then she was like, well, no, because you paid for the procedure. This invoice that we're going to bulk bill you is for the results. I've never heard of someone charging $156 to provide results before. So I got no idea.
There are often if I go to the specialist and she calls me with pathology results, she'll often bulk bill a consultation, but it's usually like $36 or something. It's not the procedure. Again, you can check the item code on the Medicare.
The accounts manager is going to ring me, but I said to them, look,
it's often an item code issue there.
Yeah, it is an item, because I said to her, the item on the thing is exactly what I've already paid for in cash, which is why it's so confusing. And she tried to explain it to me, and I was like, look, nothing you're saying as far as I'm concerned is making any sense.
Sure.
I was like, I joined the clinic because my doctor is the first doctor who has truly been able to accept me and my past and help me.
Yeah.
I said, when I joined, pensioners were bulk billed, right? I said, now fees are increasing substantially over and over again. I said, I cannot understand how it could be over $400 in total, for example, if he didn't bulk bill me, for what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. So we don't yet know what's in your foot. What was in your foot.
Do not know, but apparently the doctor is in today, and hopefully, I was like, somebody needs to tell me what's going on. Like,
it's like a calcified something's gone in your foot, and then you've made bone around it. I mean, which in itself could be really cool, but also it's not ideal.
It's not fantastic.
How are you healing?
I had to go to the local bulk billing clinic that I could find to get a redressing done. They took everything off, and then they put waterproof, like, just plasters on it, but as soon as I had a shower, they just came off, and I wasn't able to keep it clean. So I've technically done a homemade job with panty liners and sports tape.
Fair enough.
So that's panty liners tape.
It actually is surprisingly, in looks from the outside, in good condition and still fits in your shoe.
Yeah, I just managed it. Showering with it this morning was fun, but I slipped over it, smashed my head on the fucking side of the shower. So I'm having a great day. I woke up this morning and I think I made it from my bedroom to my kitchen before I literally broke, crying my fucking eyes out. I haven't even eaten. I got as far as getting the cereal next to me. Right as in now.
Yeah.
Like
You could have a cookie if you'd rather.
It's not so much that I don't want to eat, it's this. I've literally had like an actual cigarette on the way here. I haven't smoked an actual cigarette in frickin' ages.
I give myself 2 a year.
2 cigarettes a year.
2 cigarettes a year. And I had one about a month ago, and I was outside at nighttime in like our local suburb, and one of my clients saw me.
I was just gonna say, I would love to see you outside of this area, Ray.
Has had an appointment since and was like, and I was like, sorry.
It's funny because I always know a particular client's here before me when I see the motorbike outside, because I know the exact bike. Because remember how there was a client coming out and I was coming in, and you know me, I literally talked to everyone. I don't know if you recall the thing, but I remember having a conversation with you and this man going, oh my God, I love your bike. I love bikes. We could be riding. Like, you don't remember any of this. You're the best therapist in the world. But you were the...
It was in the waiting room.
Yeah, it was in the waiting room. It was.
I forget things out there.
I got to admit, I've been using you a lot as an example with everyone. I was like, my therapist knows how to pull me back into a story so well, and I'm trying to,
Hand signals and facial expressions.
Yes, so basically I have...
So foot healing, we'll find out, they'll call you. Is your phone on loud?
My phone's recording, so it's all, they know. I called, I said I'm in therapy from 2 till 3, it either has to be before that or after that, so they know
after that it is.
Not to call me now.
Okay, then email me what was in your foot.
I can't tell you what was in my foot.
After, email me after. Yeah.
I'll show you. Well, yeah, when I find out the results, of course I'll let you know.
Okay, so
it's
foot
uni.
fine.
Uni is what's
so we have $1,000 in tutoring, and then
$2,000 in tutoring. Now, I know my tutor is amazing. He's absolutely gifted at what he does. It's just that I've realised we've been doing the tutoring sessions different to how the sessions are running weekly. I'm behind, as always. I've slipped into the beating myself up, unable to get out of how disappointed I am in myself. I've had to apply for an extension. I had Monday 2.5 grueling hours of tutoring, right? And like, when I'm saying 2.5 hours, I'm talking fully 2.5 hours. We take less than a 5-minute break midway to have a pee, and that's it. And it's the only time I feel like me. When I'm in those tutoring sessions, I am so confident. I'm happy. I'm proud. I feel like the version of me who knows how to do this. Yeah? And yet, it's like with everything else, it disappears immediately. So Tuesday I slept, right? My cardiologist and doc are in disagreement about a couple of my meds, right? Which is always fun when you've got the amount of specialists I've got. So cardiology wants me on the heart pills, like the high dose morning and night.
Cardio.
The beta blockers or whatever they are. Elaine was like, absolutely no way, far too high, 20 twice a day, not 40. So then after I spoke to Elaine, I spoke to the cardiologist, and the cardiologist is like, well, why? And I'm like, look, I don't know, I'm the patient. This is so fucking confusing.
Why? Because...
like, you're the experts. Like, I don't think I need to be, like, you tell me what I need to be doing.
They can communicate directly to each other, doctor to doctor.
Oh, fuck if I know what's going on anymore. But anyway, I had to explain to the cardiologist why Elaine was saying to drop it, because I was like, look, I'm suffering symptoms that don't make any sense, and it's sleeping throughout days. And she was like, has it started before or after the increase in the medication? And I said, now that you're talking about it, it started since we started doing that. So that was when then she agreed, okay, we'll go with what Elaine has said and we'll drop it back down. Oh my God, I want you to be over, because I don't think I need the fucking meds I'm on. I'm so, I truly believe this unit was going to be the one that I would just
get through and enjoy. Finish on a great connection and a great note.
It's Wednesday today.
Yes.
And it's due on Friday. I had tutoring on Monday, and I was told I absolutely have to apply for the extension. He goes, we aim for the date, but we don't risk it. So I have had the 2-week extension, whatever.
Extended.
All's well and whatever, except that this report, and again, it's the overthinking, because I know for a fucking fact I could have written it a dozen times by now in the time I've had, and yet I've realized why I'm struggling. I think I realize this every single unit, and it's becoming more and more and more embarrassing and harder to talk about. And you know me. Embarrassment to me is a lower vibrational ego thing. Yeah? You gotta rise above it. I'm not dealing with that, okay? In the sense of I still have to get this done. I'm so completely behind on weekly content. My tutor has said that he will teach me in a way that it will help me for the next one, obviously. One of his very first questions on Monday was, what and have you, or what can we put into place for the second and the third assignment, because they're timed ones. And he goes, I am concerned about the environment you're going to be in, because you need to be in the best environment for this. And I was like, well, on that front, I've covered it. I know where I'll be, what I'm doing, it's all locked in. It happens to be the anniversary of what I call my official awakening starting. So the 11th of January of 2016 was the day I woke up and saw the world differently. Yeah? So 2016 was when I quit ice.
8 years.
Yeah. So I didn't, I had the I've been going through my awakening for so long now, but I very distinctly remember the 10th of January 26th, because it was so bad. I'd gone to the doctors, everyone had told me I had diabetes, I was tested for literally fucking everything. It turned out I didn't, and they told me that I was to go immediately to the emergency hospital. I had to go in for mental health care. They were like, leave here and go straight to hospital. That is what we are saying. They wrote all these letters, everything was done. I was like, not a fucking chance in hell that's happening. You know me. So I went home instead. I don't even think I had drugs on me. I think that was something I remember, because I was trying everything I could to get ice, right? Because of how badly it had gone, and I couldn't, right? And so I think I did what I do, and I put Rocky Horror on, and I ordered Chinese food or whatever. And I always talk about the fact that I woke up one day and saw the world with a completely different set of eyes. That was the 11th of January 2016. So I am sitting my second assignment on the 11th of January next year. So I'm taking that as a good sign, if nothing else, right? I just guess I feel like I've really let myself down, because I did really try to keep up with the content. This seminars, honestly, like I said, it's just gone past, we're at just after 2:15. I've had 3 volumes. Technically I'm allowed to, just so we're all clarified, I'm allowed to take it. Elaine is fully aware of where I'm at. So was my psych. I had to call him, you're all being called in for emergency appointments at this rate. The exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen, which is doubling how stupid I feel, right? And I guess I just keep crying and feeling stupid and feeling like I know how to do this, so why am I so stuck? Why can I not get out of my head? I've helped hundreds of students, right? Because I truly believe that my purpose in life is to help others. Okay, I don't even plan to use this degree until I figure my own shit out. I need the degree. I still plan to do further degrees. It's just Liv's brain's a little bit fucked up right now. And I'm okay with that, yeah? So it's all good. I found out that I graduate in June, so that's winter, which means Mum's coming, which is amazing. So I'm very happy about that. Have to figure out between now and then how to make sure none of my YouTube shit fucking shows up on my TV when she's at my house, because that'd be interesting. Like, eventually I feel like she may find out, because this whole going live thing is going to happen, right? Last night, for example, best example, boss was on the couch and I wanted to share the couch and he wouldn't freaking move, yeah? And it was an absolute mission to get him to move so that we could share the couch. And all I kept thinking was, I really wish this was live streaming to the internet, because it's hilarious. Like, for one little person, you've said it yourself, my life is insane. Like, I go through a lot of shit that a lot of people can't comprehend. I only recently discovered I was mentally ill, like I think I told you, so that one threw me for a sixer. I've decided though, I reckon that's where the biggest part of the stigma comes from, because I have never felt stigmatized at all knowing I have been like mental health condition diagnoses. I'm aware of it. I talk about it with everything. Your own staff know. Whatever I tell you, I'll tell them. I don't care. I really want to be friends with your new receptionist, so I need to know if you'll give me permission for that. But the one with the thing.
Oh, I'm like,
I've got like 100 questions for her, and she's so beautiful. And I wasted so much of my her time after our session last. I just talked to talk. Yeah, she was open to it, because I'm so unpolitically correct. The amount of times I will say something the wrong way is, let's face it, more often than not. So I'm really trying to be politically correct, because I've got 100 questions about these like burkas and the things and the stuff, and I don't know, I don't want to piss people off.
don't piss her off.
I already asked her first day I met her. I was like, I have a bunch of questions. How do you feel about me asking? She's like, go for it. Hence, I want to be your friend. Like I said, I went to a bulk billing clinic, and whatever that was to get this redressed. The nurse happened to have been in the country for 2 weeks in total.
Oh.
Knows nobody. From India. I got Hindi tattooed on my arm, and I've been there twice. I was like, do you want to be friends? She's like, yeah, I do.
How did your tattoos go? Did you get them done?
No, I had everything postponed, so the quotes are being done on Sunday.
Thank God. A little rash.
I've got rashes everywhere. There is something wrong with me.
Not right.
Look at this. Look at how much it's growing. Right?
Oh yeah.
It's all been skin checked. It's not cancer, but they're everywhere. I'm just rash everywhere. Like I don't know what's going on anymore. Today's like one of the first days I haven't used my walking stick. Like I've been literally, like I told you, I had to buy a walking stick, right?
Yeah, but I didn't think you were like.
I've been using it every day to do everything.
To get around.
To walk around my
house. Are you falling?
Well, I fell this morning in the shower, like I said. But
what were you doing when you fell in the shower? Showering? Like
yeah,
but what
showering.
were you doing? Wash hair.
Oh.
You know.
I was trying
lifting, arms up, arms down. Where?
I was trying to shave one of that leg, just so I could, wear something, and I just slipped and smashed it. Because at first I tried to put a plastic bag on that, thinking that would work without actually using my brain, because the bag just filled up with water. See? Where's my common sense? Okay, I feel like I know nothing. Like, I honestly feel like someone asks me a question, and it won't be until like however many days later that I'm like, oh, I actually understand what the fuck I'm doing now. That's like what happened with this assignment.
What's your hypothesis?
For
what's going on for you right now? you're saying that there's a deterioration in your
Health,
executive functioning,
100%. I'm functioning on
academically,
medication.
practically, self-care, your body's deteriorating. What
Can
you
you
think is
tell I'm
happening?
deteriorating?
Yeah.
Look
you're
at
getting,
me.
like super tiny. Yeah.
I've lost my boobs, and fuck wearing a bra. That was dumb. I was like, I may have looked good, but it hurt like fuck. I took it off the second I got in the car.
What do you mean wearing what?
Last time I saw you, I purposely put a bra on because I wanted to.
Present in a certain way.
I just wanted to look good for myself. Like I
Okay.
say to everyone, these are predominantly for me. Yeah?
Yes.
But I realised, like I said last time, I got from my car to the waiting room and realised wearing a bra sucks fucking ass, and that's why I don't wear them. It's just that I liked it when my boobs were bigger. You know?
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? Every single part of me is shrinking.
Yeah.
Like, I am shrinking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You are.
I'm like 47 kilos.
And
Boss is 42 and a half.
yeah, don't be fighting him for the couch. He'll win.
Oh, shit.
Did he win?
Oh, no, we eventually compromised. It
Snuggled.
just took a long time. Like I
Okay.
said, wanted it filmed. Would have been hilarious.
Well, here's the things that we know. We know that you have a great GP. We know that she's thorough. We know that she's engaged. We know that you trust her. We know that she'll look and dig and try and do whatever she can do for you. And that's
She's
a very
finding more
positive.
specialists. They did all these tests, and I've literally had to go and drop off. You know how you do the urine test 1, 2, 3, and a whole lot at once? I literally have come from here to, I had
So
to
you-
drop them off.
Done the wee tests, stool tests, blood tests.
All of it's
I don't know.
done.
What else?
And
What else can we test?
she's sending me to another specialist because 5 aren't enough this person.
Yeah.
My
More is
weed
more.
doctor has had to close down all of her clinics, which is so sad because she's so fantastic. She's not well, what I've been told.
Okay.
But I've
Is she
become
in a transfer or
no,
what
she,
do we
like
do?
so her admin and I actually have hit it off like a house on fire. Like
Yeah.
we've got personal details. We talk all the time. Like she's like my musical buddy. You know, she loves musical. We talk about Rocky Horror a lot because I'm sure you know I've already bought tickets to
All
the
of
next.
them.
Not all of them yet, but I've bought the 2 to the Friday night. I'm looking at the hotel. Like I keep trying to call them up about my discount. Like I don't know why anyone would think I'm kidding. I will spend hundreds of dollars to attend that show.
Every time.
Literally, and it's not a waste of money for me.
Yeah.
It's
Experience.
it's my thing. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like I invited my mum to come, and she was like, "It's too hot." And then I was talking to her again, and she was like, "Well, Rocky Horror will always be Tim Curry," and I'm like, "I'm the same," which is why I flat out refused to watch the new version of it. Like I just won't watch it. Yeah, because they've remade Rocky, and I'm not willing to go there. Yeah. There's a sequel to Rocky 2, which I don't think most people know about, and that was one of the most terrible things ever. I watched it once and never again. By the way, it's called Shock Treatment. Don't watch it. That's all I can say. But the live productions, like you know what I'm like I guarantee, I will put money on it that when the narrator comes out and goes, "May I?" that I will be the one in the audience that goes, "You may," because I've been there so many times. I tell every single person around me that's what we're to do. No one believes me. So I do it all by myself for the first time, and the narrator says it again. It's hilarious. But I actually went into the theatre on the day this thing got cut out, right? Went in and spoke to the box office. I was like, "Look, I need to see all the levels because I've done this online too many times." I said, "I cannot book the upper circle because I know my sister she can't deal with it." I said, "And it is so fucking dangerous up there. It's unbelievable." I said, "You need to have it written on your website." Yeah.
Where is it?
It's the Athenaeum Theatre. And so they told me that they actually don't open the upper circle unless it's absolutely necessary because the shows are packed. Yeah. And so I have booked like it's cost me like $350 already to purchase the best, most, like, according to the man who literally works there, he's like, these are the best 2 seats I can sell you. And I was like, you work there, man. I'm just, yeah, cool, let me buy them while I'm here. Like, there's no way I was walking out without paying for them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so you've got some extraordinary experiences pending. When is that coming? That's in Jan 2, right?
No, February the 9th. So it's
the
interesting.
1 month, yeah?
Yeah.
Just that special
month, yeah. So it is interesting in the sense that the exam period opens on the 8th and closes on the 16th. And I've confirmed with the unit chair that it is going to be like the exam. So unlike the quizzes that open on, say, one day and you've got 4 days to complete them, like my second assignment, the other one will be one of those, opens at like whatever time of the day and you've got 24 hours to do it, right? Obviously, I am praying and putting it out there. We'll be in the second week, and the 301 research is the entire hardest unit of the entire degree. You'd think that'd be somewhat nice to us and put it in the second part, but I did double check with the box office that, heaven forbid, I can change the dates. Yeah. Oh, and it turns out the only difference between the official opening night on Sunday and the ones before it is the official opening night are when the celebrities attend, and celebrities mean nothing to me, so I really couldn't give a shit.
This is probably a negative statement, but I don't know how many celebrities in Melbourne there are.
I've got no idea.
Not
either,
that many.
But I just was like, oh, if that's the only difference, what difference does it make? And Friday
you
night is
also
so
aren't
much.
supposed to talk through the show.
I sing through the entire thing, but I don't actually make any noise. Does that make any sense? Like, I mouth to it. But like, there are, in the actual live production, like if you've seen the movie, most people of our age have seen the movie, there are multiple scenes that have been cut from the movie, yeah? Now, I've got the very original, like, VCR version, the edited version, which I got when I was 10. Well, I had my appendix taken out when I was 10 years old, and that's what Mum gave me, so I could watch it every day while I got better. I literally had to watch Rocky Horror twice a week, every week, throughout my entire childhood to stay sane. That's what I mean by Frank and Freda being my role model.
I actually am going to tell you something that's going to make you very sad.
Try.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? I have multiple copies of the DVD. I have it on a USB. Oh my God, I'm bringing it to you. You have to watch it over.
It'll probably be on a streaming service of some kind.
Oh, it is. It's on Disney Plus. Have you got Disney Plus? That's your homework. All right, and I want an email.
All
right, I want an email that says I have watched it, and then that will explain why I am. You give me homework all the damn time.
Okay, I'll do it.
She's doing it, right?
Add
You
it
absolutely
to the watch
must watch it, okay? Because I've realised that my whole life and my whole belief stems from so much of it. Like
there is too.
Oh my God, wait until you watch it. And then it'll make sense why I say to everyone,
look, I'm going to add to watch list.
But that doesn't mean you can just add it and leave it. You actually have to watch it. And this is something I'm going to piss you off about via email until I get an email that you've done it. All right?
Okay.
We're in agreement?
Yes.
Shakes?
I will do it.
Yeah?
Promise.
Thank you. That'll help explain so much. Because I swear to God, anytime I've spoken to someone who does understand Rocky Horror, and I'm like, Frank and Fred is my role model and has been since I was 9.
I know there's the time
what?
warp.
Sweet transvestite. Oh my God. You're my therapist. I would take you. Like, I don't know. I know the rules are, like, obviously I don't know boundaries to save myself. Like, let's fucking face it, you know.
I also am likely to be out of the country.
You're going in May.
Oh, yeah.
You could come.
February.
I would pay for you to come.
I know. It technically is, like, not allowed, though. But thank you.
I know it's technically not allowed, but my God. What if I bought you a ticket and it was just in a different row from me? Then you'd still be there, but we wouldn't be together.
No, gifts are not allowed.
Gifts?
Yes, gifts are not allowed. We actually have to report them.
Huh.
Yeah. We
There
get
you go
things
then.
like, you get things like every year people will give you things like food or something at Christmas, or people will give you a plant that I killed. I'm sorry.
There's only one plant
Sorry.
in my house, man, and you know
This
that
one's alive. That one's alive. That one over there died.
Yeah, no, that one's good.
Yeah.
My beautiful plants are hanging up drying. Oh my god, my house smells divine. Mm-hmm.
I'll watch the movie though.
You will.
I promise you I will.
And now it'll make sense. So much of what I talk about is going to make sense. I watched our last therapy session twice. It was so good. Like, I got so much out of it.
You already make sense.
Oh, you do reckon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
And he made Frankenfurter will maybe be your role model, but you are who you are, and that is a worthwhile and important person.
It's funny you say that, because I opened up my Facebook account to download all of the information you can download, right? So you can download your entire profile, Facebook, and keep all the content, yeah?
Oh.
And because of my life, I've had very many different Facebook accounts, aliases, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
So I'm downloading all the content, yeah? Anyway, in opening it, I had to wait a certain amount of time for it to be downloaded, and then you only get a certain amount of time to download it, and I kept fucking it up, so I've had to go through it at least 4 times, meaning my Facebook has been open for a while.
Yes.
So people have been contacting
me
and going, where the hell have you been? Like, we've searched everywhere to try and find you. And one of the people who's contacted me, I will say, she made my day yesterday. It was exactly what I needed to hear. I may have told you this, but when I was paid out with the insurance, I was suicidal. And contrary to what everyone believes, money doesn't change shit if you're in a situation where all you want is to die. Yeah?
Doesn't change much.
Doesn't change anything, right? So I gave a lot of it away. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And I had no faith, hope, or anything in humanity, right? I was in my home, by myself, on my ice, screaming at the world for somebody to please kill me.
Yes.
Right? And then I started talking to these people in this particular group, and I spend money on really ridiculous shit, yeah? So I have multiple clothes, hoodies, tops, t-shirts, whatever it is, with the words fucking cunt written all over them, yeah? So I posted these up on Facebook in 2015, and this particular woman in America commented. And I was like, oh, wow, cool, what's your address? What size are you? And I literally purchased whatever she wanted and sent it to her in America, right? So we started to talk, yeah, and like she developed to me that, you know, she was a mom, she had 2 little kids, she'd been on again, off again with her partner for 10 years. She went to have dinner with the family, and she came home and the doors and the locks had been changed. And the man had thrown her out and moved in another girlfriend that she didn't know about, right? So she was homeless. And then he tried to take her for full custody because she didn't have a job or a car or a license or any of this stuff. And this poor woman was like super suicidal. She had no one, yeah? And I was like, okay, I'm a big believer in paying it forward, and I really need the universe to give me some kind of faith, right? So I said to her, I'm going to do something that you might think is crazy, and you might not even believe me, but just humor me, yeah? And I was like, can you please give me your bank account details? And she goes, I don't have bank account details. And I was like, wait, what? She goes, yeah, most people in America get paid by check, they cash it, and they live week by week. And I was like, wow, that's confusing. I was like, well, this isn't going to work unless you go to a bank and get a bank account detail. I was like, just humor me. It's not going to hurt you to do this, yeah? So she did, and she gave me the details. I knew exactly what she needed. So I I remember one of the funniest things ever was calling the Michigan State Council or whatever it was at 4 o'clock in the morning our time and being like, hi, I'm in Australia, but I'm trying to help someone and I need to find places where this person can get like driving lessons for a permit in and around this area. Can you help me? So this person in America is like, you're really calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning from Australia to ask this? And I'm like, I'm on the phone to you, so yes.
Hello.
Right?
Yes.
So we went through all the different options, yeah? So I got all of that, sent them all to her. I then started looking for cars, seeing the price ranges, seeing what needed to be done. And anyway, the long and the short of it is I sent her a substantial amount of money, thousands of dollars. I bought her a new car. I paid for all of her like driving lessons, permit, license, left her enough to set her up to become self-sufficient. And the only thing I asked for her to do was to please write a post about paying it forward. She didn't need to do anything for me. I just want people to know how important paying it forward truly is, right? Anyway, she wrote this post that I cannot read, and I still haven't been able to read it without getting goosebumps. It is probably one of the most amazing things someone has ever said about me, right? And so we were talking yesterday, and I was like...
So she found you.
She found me, and she was like, oh my God, you're alive. Where have you been? I've looked everywhere for you. See, I find it amusing because I gave everybody notice for about a month. I'm closing everything down because I hate socials. These are my websites to follow me. Just obviously people didn't pay any fucking attention. But yeah, and I've said to her, look, I'm not keeping the account open, but I'm so happy you're here. I was like, at the moment, my storage is everywhere. I'm currently trying to just get it from the shit that Google's threatening to delete onto hard drives, but then the hard drives are all going to need to be sorted. I was like, I've been thinking about you a lot because, I mean, not to fluff my own boat, but I'm getting called an angel at university every other day, twice a day, because all I do is help other people. And then I wonder why I get mad at myself for my grades not being as high as they are, but morally and technically and everything else, I would rather help the students.
So there's a cost to doing the things that make you happy and the things that you're passionate about.
This is where I need the therapy advice to come in, yeah? This is where I'm getting confused. Helping the rest of the students who truly want to get the grades to go on to become someone like you is actually more important to me than my grades, because your job would be a nightmare, right?
Sometimes.
I love you, but no thank you.
Sometimes.
You know, like I've told you that there are masters and PhDs I want to do. Everybody knows I want to do philosophy. There is another one which I'm not discussing because there's no point. I have realised I can apply to the international university that I want to though, which is awesome. Again, not thinking about anything for a year.
Okay.
Right?
So why is it what is the dilemma?
The dilemma is...
If supporting people's more important, supporting people's more important.
So then why am I so shitty at myself?
Because
this
you
is where
also
the
have high
conflict
expectations and 37 years of brainwashing saying that this is what you should do.
You should watch my videos because a lot of the stuff I say makes, like, I mean, obviously you don't have enough
shoulds are
hours.
very, very different than
Shoulds. I hate the word should.
Yeah, should isn't, I should do this, I should do that. Well, what if it's okay to just do what I mean, there's necessary expectations that we set in the world. Things like, this is right and this is wrong from a personal and public safety situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a number on a piece of paper.
I know.
We're talking about the number on the piece of paper versus you telling me, look, so it's about your values. And
yeah,
I
my
think
values are so important
the
to
biggest
me.
issue is that you value both hard work and dedication and supporting others.
All I know
Sometimes
is
they
people
contradict, and you have to choose one.
well, when you put it like that, helping the next person actually is more important to me, because
It is.
I truly believe that we need, like, people like me. I'm going to be in therapy forever.
And it comes at a cost. Okay?
Yes, but
And
how do I
here's
make
the
the
thing.
cost?
You can't just do this one.
What one?
So the helping people one is what you want to do long term. That's it. Like, this is who you are.
This is the whole point of everything.
It's necessary that you do that. And in order to do that, there's a necessary evil.
Yes, and I'm good with that. And this is where the confusion is coming in. So I'm 100% in agreement with you. I think what is making me more anxious and more irritated more than anything, I guess, and it's not on my tutor, because he truly is amazing. But on saying that, I haven't kept up to date with what's needing to be done, and in doing so, last night I realised, going back through my assignment, that we had done the software part incorrectly. Now, I knew in my head it would be like a 5-6 minute thing on Friday to fix it, but in the state I was in, it didn't really help me. I sent a very emotional message to my tutorer, like, probably made no sense, because most of it was like not typed correctly. I was crying.
Like a text
or
like an email?
Like an email. Yeah, like I do to you sometimes.
Yep.
And I wrote, I'm extremely emotional, I'm very sorry, but I just have to say something.
Yeah.
My tutor personally emailed me back this morning saying I've reread through the material for it. I can see what you've said. Don't stress. Keep working on the stuff you need to be working on, and we can fix that on Friday. And this is where the conflict is coming, right? Helping other people means more to me than anything. That's why I quit ICE. Yeah?
Yes.
I know I say that a lot, but it's actually the fucking truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get that, right? And the grades, whatever the fuck it, like, look, I'd be honest and say I would love to get an overall WHAM of 75. All right.
I just found out about WHAMs recently.
Oh, really?
And each university has their own WHAM.
I know, they do it all differently.
And it's super confusing, and it means nothing.
Oh, it's not even on the transcript. I know all of that. It's literally the difference between an original certificate and a certificate with distinction. Now, I'm currently already at a distinction. Yeah, I'm already distinction.
I didn't know that.
Level. It's literally the difference.
Okay.
Bachelor of Arts Psychology completed. Bachelor of Arts.
It would be great if we got that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't, we still get the piece of paper, and you still get to do the things that you want.
Yes, so the biggest thing then that I can feel is that shit, like this morning, like, I'm not kidding, I woke up, didn't even manage breakfast before I'm bawling my eyes out. And I think it's because of the fact that helping people is something I'm always going to do. And yes, it takes time out of my own stuff, and I'm aware of all of that. I think it's the fact that it's costing me thousands, and I had to apply for an extension. And I'm feeling really disappointed and upset, and just...
I'm going to tell you something you're not going to like.
You always say that. You tell me not to preempt shit, man.
I told you I had not seen Rocky Horror, and you had got to admit you weren't very happy about that.
True. I'm more surprised than anything.
I am of an age.
We're the age of each other, okay?
I'm
You're like 2 years older than me, right? So...
Anyway, the thing you're not going to like.
Go on.
You have successfully survived your university degree until now. The thousands of dollars in tutoring that you're spending was supposed to make it easier.
Oh, it's
But-
making it easier.
But there was not a doubt in anyone's mind, I don't think, that you will get through it.
I absolutely will get through
So
the
there's
unit.
the thousands of dollars in tutoring maybe wasn't necessary.
Well, I keep thinking that, and then I keep thinking, this is the second time I've had to do this, and the first time I did it, I knew I was going to need tutoring, because the original one, 201, Research Methods A, I had at least 5 or 6 tutoring sessions just to get through that unit.
Okay.
And he is helping me.
Yes, I'm
Like,
sure.
he absolutely is
He has
making...
a wonderful, a good way of connecting you to the content. It's wonderful. I'm 100%,
I
agree.
I actually feel intelligent when I'm with him.
And that part's the best part. So here's the thing: is thousands of dollars of tutoring quote waste? No,
I'm not saying it's
because
a waste.
it's making you engage the content differently. It empowers you to recognize who you are, and part of it is about developing yourself as an identity. Part of yourself is about seeing you as this professional person. Part of it is about recognizing and accepting confidence and capability and competence.
That makes sense.
The tutoring's a wonderful thing, but it may not equate to a number. You know, there's a whole bunch of psychology graduates happening right now. It's a real big time of the year for us.
Yeah, of course.
So
Everyone's applying for
The
degrees.
master's students are graduating, and they're all waiting with bated breath for their thesis marks, all questioning their capacity for the last 6 years. And there's all of the interns and things who are graduating their internships, and there's the national psychology exam that they have to undergo. And people doing these exams are saying to me, all of my supervisees are saying the same thing. They're saying, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, blah, blah, blah. And how much of an exam is reflective of them and their capacities as a human being, or their capacities even as a therapist? Because I know some extraordinary therapists who have done very well on this test. And I know some horrific therapists who passed like with amazing flying colors. And I know some amazing therapists who've really struggled with it. Because on the page, paper situation is not necessarily reflective of the actual learnings that are happening. Maybe statistics, it's a little bit different because there's a black and white, but I don't really understand statistics. I survived it. I got an HD in that class, and I remember, and I thought, how did that happen? I don't know. And I've wiped it all from my memory because I'm a clinician.
Which is why you will be my therapist until either I die or you retire.
It will be a while.
Good. Because as I will continue to tell everyone, therapy is amazing. And we should all be in it.
Yes, I agree. And, you know,
seeing you helps though.
Passing statistics or research methods or whatever class it is, at the end of the day, Liv,
I think I know what's getting to me too.
It's because you had to do the extension. It's because you set yourself extremely high expectations, as we've discussed for 5 years now.
And you want to hear the best part?
Oh, God. Yes.
So the topic is...
Is it really the best?
Oh,
No.
you tell me. I'm waiting for the laughing, all right? It's the same as the last trimester,
Starts
all right?
again.
The topic is, do psychological distress and demographics predict reactive or proactive aggression? Well, it turns out I suffer reactive relational aggression in psychological distress.
Yes, you do.
And I think I've been doing it this entire term to my friends. So then I had to go back and apologize and go, shit, I've now just realized this is stuff I'm doing. I think I might even actually be doing it as it's happening.
Yes.
And it turns out that in the past I've also used proactive relational aggression, which is even 1,000 times worse. So the universe is bringing me all these fucking topics that are like directly related
Personal growth.
to me.
Yes.
Self-empowerment
and self-reflection.
I've actually had to message my small, like I think I told you there's the main group chat that I'm admin with.
Yes.
Which is good. Being admin makes it a lot easier. Plus I've advised to them all because it's a smaller group. I was like, look, I'm not here to continue to study. I'm here to tell stories. You can read what I write or not read what I write. It's up to you. Yeah. But this is what I do. I did announce this is going to be filmed. And I was like, you're all interested in people. This is real life therapy I put on the internet for you all. But
Please consult with your own healthcare professionals.
oh yeah, for sure. I say that in most of my stuff. Yeah, this is me. This is my shit. This is just sharing to help other people know they're not alone. You know.
I know.
And know them. Look, I am happy with what I'm spending. It's not the money on the tutoring. It's my. I mean, in all fairness, what day is it? It must have been last week. I missed almost the entire week because I was so crippled with my foot and sleeping, and like I was actually out to it.
This is the thing we can't ignore.
Yeah.
The other issue, you know, in all of the DBT, like you're the DBT skill queen, you know, the take care of yourself stuff.
I could teach that now, I reckon.
Treat physical illness, sleep well, exercise, eat well. None of those things are happening right now because your foot is like got some weird thing in it.
Well, it's out now, but it's fucked up.
And it probably hurts now that it's come out too.
And it looks like they've stitched my toes together. It's quite random. I will be showing you the photos. Oh, I know I sent you some, but I don't know if I sent you them all. But yeah, no, my toes look stitched together at the moment. It's really weird.
I don't feel like that was meant to
I don't know if I sent you the video either because I tried to film it.
I think it's because they probably have had to cut in between your toes, and so they're holding your toes together. So they probably have stitched them together.
That's what it looks like.
They'll just undo them.
And yeah, that's what it looks like.
It just stops it from. I think I don't know, but
in all fairness, with my tutoring though,
a little bit cool. Like I have to say it.
I will say, in all fairness, with my tutoring, I probably would be further along in the assignment without it, but I would have done it completely wrong, and now I can see that.
Okay, what other pictures? I know. They've like, to be fair, they've only stitched.
Did you get the? So I sent it to you with the ones with the stitching.
They've only stitched it at the very bottom.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like.
It's only a lot. It's because the cut's gone right up, and it's because it'll reduce the scar like puckering. That's fine.
It's just obviously painful and just, oh my god, these glasses. So here's another one. You know, I told you with the 3 multifocal. Well, I had to go out the other day, and I got halfway down the driveway before I realised I wasn't wearing glasses.
You feel dizzy and sick.
Well, it's not so bad. I can get all the way around the corner sometimes before realising I'm not wearing glasses. But I had the old pair in my car. No shit, right?
Yeah. Old pair in the car,
and the normal ones, yeah. And I put them on, like yours, and it was like heaven. Oh, it was like heaven. And so the other day, I
be a double glasses lady. Like,
well, I don't need my glasses to read. I don't need
Why is it multifocal? How do you even get 3? What's the 3 for?
Well, apparently it's something to do with because it's going to get to the point that my short-sightedness is going to keep getting worse. And then it gets confusing, sort of like between, say, looking at the wall to looking at you to looking at reading. But honestly, they are causing me like I can't go anywhere without feeling dizzy.
I'm just not sure what the third one is. Like I know there's that like they do the invisibles, like so it's like this, but I don't know what the third one is.
Well, it's meant to be long, middle reading, but I don't need it to read in any way. I had 3 months warranty for the lenses, so I checked yesterday when I paid for them, which was the 21st of October, so I'm still in the 3 months. I called to ask for the owner to call back. Haven't heard back, so I'll call later. As much as I really, really wanted to do this, it's not helping where I'm at.
This system might be just as good.
I just really think I need them to change my lenses back to just ordinary lenses. Because
take them off when you need to.
Exactly. I don't want to have to wear them when I'm reading. I don't wear them now when I'm reading.
A lot of people find the bifocals or whatever it is really challenging, and
I just felt like I was failing if I gave up, but I can't handle the extra pressure.
It's
you could try them on. I know you don't see the same as me, but you could literally look through the different ones and see that they're different.
No thanks.
Now if I lie on my couch to watch something, I put the subtitles on now sometimes, yeah. and it's like the picture is clear and the subtitles are blurry. Or I can read the subtitles and then the picture is clear, and it's just too much for me
No,
now.
I don't think so. No, thanks, no.
So I'm in the 3 months, and they said within the 3 months I was warranted for any frames, lenses, anything to be changed. And
Change them.
yeah, I'm
You
gonna
gotta
be.
keep the frames though, right? You like
Oh
those,
yeah, I love the frames. I'm just gonna get the lenses
yeah.
changed back.
They'll have to go away for a couple of days.
Yes,
so, I'm
so
glad
I'll
you've
have
still
to
got your
use
old ones.
the old ones. They're gonna have to, like, the old ones aren't as clear because obviously when I got retested, you know.
A little different.
But yeah, like I've accepted defeat, and I have to.
It's not defeat. It's just discomfort. And I think there's a thing. So in group therapy, you've done many DBT days.
You should do daytime, like, full therapy. Like, that is the best DBT there is in the world. I would work for free to help you do that. Your daytime, your ones, no offense, pointless.
In art therapy. Oh, I did the last group. They were great.
Well, I want to be a part of that then.
In art, the art component of it, one of the most important things that we teach is about validating yourself to know that I don't want to and I don't have to. So art, particularly the type of art that we do in groups, is sometimes really hard for people to tolerate from a sensory point of view, from the judgment point of view. And we can push through the judgment stuff because that's what we're there to do. But when people have sensory struggles with it, or they get to a point where it's like, okay, well, I'm comfortable with it. So we make the playthings. And as a result of that, people have to trust that it's totally okay to stop when you want to stop. Stopping is fine.
Well, can you give me permission then? Because as we were, after 6 years of being my therapist, I don't know how to self-validate. See, I'd love to do that.
See,
that's awesome.
The type of thing. So some people, this particular one, I'll give you an example.
Like, you realise once uni finishes, I'm highly aware my life is going to change.
This one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Why am I not invited to art therapy?
This person was like, I'm done now. And it was like, okay. And then they were concerned about what it meant to stop. And I said, well, why? That in itself is a thought that we need to challenge. That in itself is something that we need to validate. Just because I, as a health professional or whatever, say we're here to do it for the next 2 hours, and it takes you half an hour and you think that you've had enough, you're done. Because then it's on me to accept that that's your decision as an independent, whole adult who can make their own choices about their lives. That's the thing that I think you need to think about. The glasses, for example. It's not a defeat. It's, I choose not.
You're right. It's funny though, because like my mum actually was told she needed them as well. And it was after I already got on mine, and she had to go through the whole thing too, and she was like, hells no, I never want to do that. And I was like, so you can see why I'm struggling. And you can imagine it's just adding and adding and adding to everything. I'm not like, I really wish I could just go home and do this, but again, can't self-validate, need my therapist's permission. I would really like to just go down and talk to these people about the glasses, and all I want to do is treat myself to get my nails done, and they're literally like they're like across from each other in the plaza.
Oh, the one near your place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the one, the big one, but just, yeah.
So yes, what you could do is both those things in the same visit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could go straight from here to there, get this all sorted, and do that, treat myself.
So why don't you go to the glasses place and then go get your nails done and have that be off your agenda so that you can really engage that part.
Yeah.
That self-care bit of getting your nails done, which is great.
Yeah, I've wanted them for so long, and it's like I just put everything off and off and off, and I
what
sit at my laptop.
What color are you going to get? Fake or just manicure?
No, I'm going to get the acrylic pretty
ones. The powder ones? Or the
the acrylics. The lady who did my glasses, who I'm going to go and see, goes to the same store, and she has these like pointed ones, and they're like the natural sort of French tip looking, but with these little lines on them. Oh, I've already been in to speak to them and that. Okay. And I was just like,
it's December, mate. You might need an appointment.
Not where I'm going. There'll be hundreds of people working. but even if so, it's my point is I've been
When
putting it
you're-
off and
when
putting
you
it off.
turn it off, then you can tell me what it is, because I need to get an appointment too.
Oh, absolutely, I will, because you should see these ladies' nails. I went in and I was like, I need photos of your nails so I could go across and then show them. Yeah, you and me both, darling.
So this
but
is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to the eye store,
yes,
whatever it's called, and you're gonna talk to them, and then you're gonna go and enjoy you're getting your nails done, because that's the thing. You also do that when you go home. If there's space in spoons left, then you give one spoon to school, and then you keep the rest of your spoons for you today, and
I
then
like
tomorrow you
that.
do a spoon or two for school, and then the day after that. Like, it's about implementing small commitments.
Well, I tell you what, the group chat's going off this morning. It's due on Friday, and there are many people who haven't even started yet, nor know how to get extensions. And I'm like the extension queen, so everybody comes to me for help, because let's face it, again, that's what makes me the most envious.
Sure.
And I still need my tutor, 100%.
And as a marker for some of the unis, I will say, oh God, we need to mark them, get them in, guys.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, I do not want to be any long. Like, I'm going to be working my butt off.
And yet, when we mark them, we want to know that this is that student's real reflective of them. Because it doesn't, like, you if it's not, like, you can tell the students that have rushed things. You can tell when it doesn't suit, and you know them, and you know their stuff, and it's you want to see what it really looks like.
Because I probably have more paperwork for the disability centre than any other student, let's face it, because I have so much that, like, please do not get me anymore. Yeah. I'd already emailed the unit chair quite early on and been like, just to make sure you've got the updated stuff, like, I get double the time for my quiz, I get double the time for the end of them. Now, I don't understand how I could be the only student who's actually realised this, but in my theory, I was able to get my disability liaison to agree that all they've done is change your name. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing we've been doing. They've just changed it. And to me, everybody's exam specialities should be applied. Well, not probably. I argued my way to get what I wanted, but you know what I'm like. I offered to get more paperwork, and my lady was like, please don't do that.
Don't do that to anyone.
No, she was like, I don't want more paperwork. I'll ring you straight back, and it was immediately done.
And all they probably have to do is ask. But sometimes the logic about that hasn't been seen.
I've sent out messages saying to people, I haven't given them exact stuff. I was like, anybody who's got these plans, you need to get a hold of your liaisons. Make sure everything you can get is in place.
Absolutely.
Because that is who I am. I'm here to help.
But also give yourself the best chance.
Well, like I said, it's the first unit in the 24 units that I've ever done that I've realised I go about everything literally backwards. And do you want to hear the most embarrassing thing that I haven't been able to say out loud yet to anyone, and I'm still so embarrassed about it? The reason I'm struggling so much, I have not managed to read to the end of a single thing except possibly one of the readings.
Okay.
So that doesn't help me.
Oh.
Like, how am I, like, I know I've got ADHD, I'm taking my meds, I'm doing this, I'm doing everything I can.
I also just skim them or just read the abstract.
Everybody says that. I do not know how to skim a paper to save myself.
I look for keywords. Or type it in and press find.
Yeah, no, I'm so grateful for today because I was such a mess, but coming here, seeing you, as always.
Trust you, Liv. This is about validating you. You got
Even
this.
my friends know. I'm like, I've been in therapy for years trying to figure out how to validate myself, okay?
You're going to have to say to yourself, I trust me.
I have been doing that. I've been really trying to focus on using better language, like I'm feeling silly instead of I'm feeling stupid, and I'm a little behind instead of I'm a fuck out, or I don't.
I trust me. and
trust
I make
me.
good decisions about my time.
I like that.
I make good decisions, period.
Well, I still very much believe in, I'm going to write that on my hand. I trust me. See?
Yay.
Alright. Now we got both homework.
Yay. I will watch it, I promise.
Alright.
Okay.
Bye, people.
Bye.